SSZ, the Southern Soul Zone, and I am here with Sir Jonathan Burton. He has been knighted in the radio show we talked about. He got knighted, folks. Well, he has been. You've heard songs that are out there right now in the Southern Soul market and all over the world. Too Much Booty Shaking? Yeah, Too Much Booty Shaking, Jonathan. Awesome tune, man. What a hit.
Thank you.
The party don't start until you arrive. And then the song we have now, Meat on Them Bones. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Darin, it's good seeing you,
It is
brother.
good to see you. I tell you,
man.
The new album's out, and we're going to get to that a little momentarily. On and On, Southern Soul Style, Volume 2.
Right.
But before we get there, I know recently you were with Clarence Carter in Wilmington, North Carolina. What a show that must have been.
Man, it was off the chain, man. A good night hanging out with a legendary musician and performer, you know, and being there myself as a musician and performer.
Right.
It was a real nice thing, man, to be there and work with Clarence.
Incredible. And I know Stroking had to come across the stage.
Oh, yeah,
somewhere
it did,
through
man.
the
He
night.
packed the floor when he hit that Stroking.
Now I've been hearing, and I've saw on Facebook people, I guess, tweeting and Facebooking about your performance. I heard you turned it out down there too.
Man, lately I'm just blessed that I'm turning it out everywhere. You know, I'm not. That's all it is, Darin.
It is. Well, I know
God
you're
is good.
Coming up this year. I know you've got some plans and on the books of some stuff in the Southern Soul market. You're going to be touring down that way from Alabama, Mississippi, down in the Southern Soul
Louisiana,
circuit.
yes, sir. I'm going to Monroe, Louisiana on the 23rd of June. Then I'll be going down to the Rockingham Raceway in North Carolina, Rockingham, North Carolina. I'll be there on the 6th. With the Love Doctor.
That's a distance, man. You're traveling here.
Well, man, you know, we don't travel every day, but if we had to, you know, call that phone number and we'll be more than glad to come your way.
He will be at your place.
That's right.
Backyard
we'll be
party
booty shaking on the back porch. You know, we just booty shake all over the place, man.
Exactly.
And you know, a lot of people, when I wrote that song, I happened to be out, you know, at a party with some ladies, you know, friends, and you know, it was more ladies than men. So the women begin to dance, right? They were out there dancing, and the lady I was with, I turned my head. When I turned back around, she was in the middle of the circle.
And the booty shaking.
So that's when I jumped up and said, "It's too much booty shaking up in here."
And that's what started that song.
That's what started the song.
Wow,
yeah.
that's awesome.
And it
to
worked.
hear how it started or how the lyric comes.
It was
to
just
your mind.
because the person that I was with, when I turned and looked around, they were in the middle of the damn, you know, party.
Doing
you know?
their thing.
I was like, I jumped up and said, "It's too much booty shaking up in here."
And the chicken, did he throw down the chicken wing?
No, the chicken wing, that thing came a little later. You know, when I was
just in the
when I was writing the song, in the writing process, you know. But that little boy, you know, he just kind of became vivid in my imagination. So that was that part that we had to put in there.
That's awesome, man. Well, I tell you that.
I like to think that little guy, man. Listen, your check is on its way, man. Don't, you know, he's getting bigger now. He was a little kid when he did it. The last time I saw him, you know, he was, you know, looking down at me. I was like, "Yo, man, don't worry. We're working on them royalties, man. You're going to..."
I got it, man.
You'll be straight.
I got it. Well, let me tell you, that was on the Southern Soul Style, the first album. Or the first Southern Soul Style.
Yeah, it was called Volume 1 Southern Soul Style, In the Zone.
In the Zone, right. And now let's move up here.
And we're in the zone,
We are in the zone, right? In the Southern Soul Zone.
In the Soul Zone, that's where I want to be. And I realized that back in 2002 when I came down here to the Carolinas.
Right.
You know, I'm actually from north, you know, a little town called New Brunswick, New Jersey. Home of Jaheim. What's up, Ja? All right.
Jersey.
And yeah. Oh, yeah, man. New Brunswick, New Jersey. You know, that was where I was born.
Well, I tell you, well, since we're talking about that, and he brought it up, we'll give you a little history on his insight. Now, and that brought you, I don't know if this is right, because I know a little bit about your personal history somewhat. How did you get to Wilmington? Or how did the Wilmington thing start? I know because you have family in Wilmington.
Well, when I was growing up, man, in high school, man, I played all through the years in the band on the weekends. What's up, fellas, man? We getting the band back together. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I was working with some fellas that we grew up together playing during, you know, high school. So when I got out of high school, I ended up going to New York and I got the job playing guitar with the Manhattans.
That's right.
It was like a, you know, like a fairy book kind of thing because I went to New York. One of the Manhattans happened to lock his keys out of his car. So I go over and I start talking and I find out who they are. And I tell them I'm a guitarist and they happen to be looking for a guitarist. So they told me to show up at rehearsal on that Monday. I went to that rehearsal on that Monday. And Wednesday I was on the bus.
Wow, man.
And it just went on for like that for 10 years. I got on that bus and never got off.
Well, I know we talked on the phone recently about some of that, and you went overseas. Y'all traveled. You were all over man. The place with those folks.
What's up, Gerald, Sonny, Kenny, and Blue? My man. Anyway, but they traveled all over the world, man. It just, you know, I got to see the world, and you know, that's why when I got down here in the Carolinas in 2002, they gave me this
award,
Most Outstanding New Southern Soul Artist 2002. And after that, I kind of went in and I stopped recording for a while because budgets and all of that, the business was changing over. So I went out for about 4. And finally, I said, you know, I was like, you know, I perform anyway, you know, before my records. You know, I always was a performer. So y'all call me, man. I'm ready to hit the road. I want to see every town that they're playing Booty Shaking. I'm going to try to get there. You know
and you can find him, just to put this in there, the link with this video, folks, you click on that link and you can get to contact Jonathan right there. Jonathan, let's get to this right fast. Your newest project, because we've brought everybody up somewhat, the Manhattans, and then the first album that you come out with the Southern Soul thing, which was Booty Shaking.
Too much.
And Party You Don't Start.
Absolutely too much.
So now, Southern Soul Style, Volume 2, On and On, which is Meat on Them Bones.
You
need some meat on them bones.
I need a little meat
now,
on them bones.
I gotta ask you, how did that come up, man? That song, or is that just over
Meat
the
on
years
them bones, man? That's you know, when I write songs, you know, I always look at them as gifts from God, man. I mean, because you know, these songs, you know, when I'm not being a musician since I was 4 years old.
Right.
When the radio is off, I still hear music. Okay.
Right. It's in your mind.
I still hear music. So what ends up happening is, basically being a musician, we can translate it to the human, I mean, the keyboard.
Right.
And produce it. So what happens is, when I was out, the Meat on Them Bones came about, I heard this groove. And most of the time, my songs derive from a groove. So this groove that I came with was like, yeah.
I got you.
And I kept hearing voices, need a little meat.
Hey, we're getting a show, folks. Come on, give us a show.
I kept hearing those voices and they were like, I need a little meat on them bones. A little something I can hold on to when I'm making sweet love to you. I need a little meat on them bones. You know, girl, you ain't gotta change the doggone thing. Sure looks good on you.
Now, let me ask you about that. Let me ask you about that. You just said that because I thought now I know visually with the women now. I know how you said you got that little rhyme and you got it.
Yeah.
But the women over the years, is that what it's all about? Little meat on the bones?
You know, it's like
I'm being funny.
It's all right, man. You know, we in America, home of the free, home of the brave. You know, you can cook what you want to. You can go to any restaurant you want to. You know, but you got so many people that are being so careful about, trying to stay,
politically correct.
I mean, it's all good, man. You know, I like a Coke bottle shape. You know, I love it.
But you got to have
but every once in a while, you see them little trees and they be shaking them limbs, boy. You know, some brothers like to have a little meat on the bones.
Exactly.
So it's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right, man.
Because, it's all right.
It's all right, man. You know, enjoy life. We only live one time, man.
Well, let me ask you, Jonathan, where can they find, I know CDS Records is what this is on.
Right.
That's where you can find Southern Soul Style Volume 2, On and On, Meat on Them Bones, tons of other songs on there. Give us what's the discography of that CD? I can't think right off. Meat on Them Bones.
Hold on.
What we got?
Hold on.
I
actually have a copy.
What we got?
I got a copy of it.
Let me see a copy of it. Here we go, folks. This is what we got. Meat on Them Bones. I Had Enough. Leave the Drama Alone. Yeah, we got to do that.
Leave the drama alone, man. Just
On and On. The party don't start until this man right here, when he shows up.
I get there.
I've seen the parties, and trust me.
The party don't start. You know, see, part of my writing is about, some of the promoters that put on shows. they got to get Sir Jonathan Burton in there, man.
I'm telling you.
Now I haven't been knighted, sir. But what we did was we found that there were so many Jonathan Burtons when we went on the internet.
You told me that
we had to put the Sir there so that when you go to Google me, at Sir Jonathan Burton, only one person comes up, and that's me. And that's a blessing. I don't know why we changed the name or we changed the game, but
it is awesome to see that, because now really when you put Sir Jonathan Burton in there, you're like on the first 2 Google search pages that comes up. There's something with Jonathan on there with music.
It's like auto body.
It is.
No, I'm just joking.
Well, Jonathan, thank you so much, folks. You can also catch Jonathan in the Carolina beach music world. There's a ton of stuff over there he's written over the years, and we'll bring you that a little later on. But go to those links attached to this video, and you can find all that. Tons of music over there. Just a very talented man. When songwriting, performing, this man right here is the man. And you can find On and On, Southern Soul Style Volume 2, Meat on Them Bones. The radio guys are playing this right now. We're playing it on our show. So make sure you
What's up, George Clinton?
So make sure you go
tell George I said, what's up? We coming at you, man.
Jonathan's coming at you hard and strong, all in 2012. Jonathan, thank you so much.
Thank you, man, for stopping in, man. And,
I love it.
Come by anytime, man.
Can we go out with a little meat? Can we get a little bit of that again?
You know the party don't start till I get there.
But
you got to do the background part, man. If I do it, man.
I'll give you a little bit.
You got to do the background part.
What I can do.
You got to repeat after me.
All right, here we go.
Party don't get started.
Party don't get started.
It won't get started.
Don't get started, no.
Party don't get started till I get there. It won't get started.
Tell him, John.
Party won't get started, no. The party don't start till I get there.
Good job.
All right. See y'all soon.